Mitt Romney held this fundraiser where he got caught on tape that everybody's talking about now in Boca Raton, as I think a lot of you know. It was $50,000 a plate to attend the fundraiser, and about 40 to 50 people attended. Just think about that, man. Look at this legalized bribery, where people say, okay, now here's $50,000. Now, you think they're going to want something in return? Of course! Of course. In fact, they do this private Q&A with Mitt Romney. That's what he was explaining in the tapes that you've all seen now, where he says he doesn't care about half the country, etc. He's answering to his bosses. These are the people who bought him. This is basically his board. He's the CEO, and he's saying, all right, listen, thank you all for your bribes today, $50,000 a piece at a bare minimum. Now, let me tell you what my real plans are that I don't talk about in the press, right? And thank God we banned cameras. Oops, there was a camera in there anyway. So the guy who threw that extravaganza was Marc Leder. He's also in private equity. In fact, he got into private equity after having a conversation with Mitt Romney. He said, oh my God, this guy's making so much money, it's insane. So let's get into this business. And then, so what did he do in that business? Well, like a lot of firms in private equity, not all of them, there are plenty of good firms in private equity. Bain Capital, as we've shown you, has bankrupted many companies, made profits anyway. They don't care if the company exists or doesn't exist, if the employers got fired or hired, who cares, as long as they make money. Part of the way that they do that is they suck out the money by putting debt on the company, taking that money as a dividend, putting it in their pocket, and then go, oh, that damn company can't pay its bills, and they bring it under. Well, apparently Marc Leder has done that plenty of times himself, because 20% of the companies that he bought went bankrupt. 20% is a gigantic number. And one of them, by the way, was Friendly's. You know, the place where you can get ice cream? I love their peanut butter cup and banana ice cream. It was a little messy, spilled on the sides. My friends got the Jim Dandy, but we love the place, right? Bankrupt because of Marc Leder. You know one of the reasons he bankrupted the company? Or drove it into bankruptcy? Because he didn't want to pay the pensions of the workers. Now, they could have maybe rescued the company. This is according to a New York Times report. But he's like, who wants to rescue it? Then I'd have to pay all these employees who've been working here for so long the pensions that they earned, that they deserved. I don't want to do that. I got to make an extra nickel. So screw them. Drove them out of business. No Jim Dandies for us. No, no pensions for them. But Marc Leder's happy. So what's his current status? Well, he's got $400 million now. Now, look, that was before his 2009 divorce, where apparently he was hurt pretty badly. That's the one divorce I'm not that unhappy about. 15,000 square foot mansion he's got near Boca Raton, where they held a fundraiser for Mitt Romney. He's got a ski house in Vermont. Must be nice. At the end there, he's got a stake in the Philadelphia 76ers. That sounds fun. But the one before that is the one that really sticks out for me. He rented a house in the Hamptons last summer for $500,000 per month. That is insanity, man. $500,000 a month. But these guys don't want to pay their taxes. These guys say, oh, no. The bottom half of this country has it too good. Government gives them too much. Are you kidding me? And this is the same guy who didn't want to pay the pensions of those Friendly's workers. Oh, no, but then they would get to retire in peace. Get back to work. I got to rent a house in the Hamptons for $500,000 a month. So what did he do at that house? Apparently, according to the New York Post, sex parties.
Do you know what it's time for? A sexy party.
Apparently so. So here's a quote from the Post. At the Bridgehampton home that Leder rented for a whopping $500,000 a month, guests cavorted nude in a pool and performed sex acts, while scantily clad Russian women danced on platforms. Dancers at the party also twirled flaming torches to booming beats. This is like literally the last days of Pompeii. You know, this is the stuff you see in the movies right before the great stock market crash of 1929 and the Great Depression sets in, and people are like, and they're twirling torches and there's circuses, etc. Russian women, sex in the pool. Look, don't get me wrong, half of it sounds fun. Okay, but this is how they spend the money, and then they go, oh, I can't pay any more. I can't believe Democrats would want to charge me any more taxes. You see how hurt I am? I only had 17 Russian strippers at this party. What do you need? What are you going to be? Oh, I guess next you're going to tell me I have only 14 or 15 Russian strippers. Marc Leder, when asked to explain his sex parties, said, quote, "I think the portrayal of me as having wild and crazy parties is absolutely incorrect. I spend a small percentage throwing some parties, attending some parties. I like music. I like to dance. I like tacos." He didn't mention the tacos part. "But rather than reporting on how I spend 340 days and nights of my year, the media likes to report on the other 25. In other words, those 25 days, I'm partying pretty freaking hard." According to the reporting, he got real burned on the divorce, and this is his way of acting out. Look, I got no problems with that, man. Have at it, Hoss. If anything, it might make me like you a little bit more. But what I can't abide is that while you're having the time of your life and throwing money down the toilet like there's no tomorrow, you tell the guys at Friendly, "Sorry, I'm shutting down your whole company because I don't want to pay the pensions that you earned your whole life." That's what bothers me about Marc Leder. And that's the guy who's given already over $230,000 to Mitt Romney and his PACs, that organizes Boca Raton fundraiser, and that basically says to Mitt Romney, hey, you get elected and you give guys like me an even bigger tax cut. And that's exactly what Romney plans to do. And I can't abide by that either.